I'm Kayla Wright.
And I'm Mari Santiago. Welcome to the HSPN Fall Sports Recap Show.
Today we'll be wrapping up our fall sports and highlighting key players throughout the seasons.
We'll start with Jackson and Anaya on football, then Kayla and Madison on volleyball.
After that, we'll head to Emery and Mari on cross country and end with Ryan on softball.
We'll be right back after the intro.
Hey, what are you responsible for?
Welcome back, Hoyas.
The football team ended the season last Friday against Carrollton at a tough-fought game. They finished at 7-4 and 4th in the region, with players at the top such as Brady Cluse leading in receiving yards per game, Xavier Hill leading in rushing yards per game and total touchdowns, and Braylon Ford leading in passing touchdowns. Here's a recap of the great season.
Hey all, since football is over, let's give a quick little recap by reading off some stats. Quarterback Braylon Ford had 1,658 yards, 69% completion, and 16 touchdowns. Running back Xavier Hill had 476 yards, averaged 6.3 yards per carry, and had 4 touchdowns. He had one game over 100 yards rushing. Running back Amari Watson had 210 yards rushing, averaged 4.8 yards per carry, and had 1 touchdown rushing. And finally, wide receiver Brady Cluse had 794 yards receiving, 59 receptions, and 8 receiving touchdowns.
For Harrison's defense, our inside linebacker Ethan Sweat had 98 total tackles, which is a team leader. Inside linebacker Liam Gray had 15 tackles for loss, another team leader. We had 5 players on defense with 10-plus tackles for loss, 8 players on defense with 50 total tackles or more. Inside linebacker Liam Gray had 8 sacks. Inside linebacker Liam Gray had 8 QB hurries. And for our free safety and strong safety, Joel Convey and Jackson Connors had 2 interceptions. It was a good season, and that's our stats.
Congrats to the team on a successful season, and we can't wait for Friday Night Lights next year.
Speaking of a successful season, cross country just finished up at state, where the girls got 3rd and the boys got 1st. As GHSA is getting rid of 7A next year, the boys will be the very last 7-8 state winners. Let's go take a look.
Hey Hoyas, the cross-country season just finished, so let's see how their season stacked up. They started off strong at the Hoya Invite, where both boys and girls varsity placed first. Next month, at the Cobb County Invite, boys varsity placed first with 3 top 10 finishes, and girls varsity placed 4th with Samantha McGarity finishing in 2nd. The next week, our Hoyas traveled to Florida, where all 4 teams placed first. There were 5 top 10 varsity finishes, with first-place individual finishes by Riley Comstock and Samantha McGarity. After a brief setback at the Coach Wood meet, our Hoyas came back strong and dominated the region meet, with boys varsity finishing first and girls varsity finishing in 2nd. 2 weeks later, our Hoyas took on the state meet, where boys placed first and girls placed 3rd. Overall, our boys and girls varsity teams had 33 combined top 10 individual finishes and 10 combined first-place meet finishes. Congratulations to our cross-country Hoyas for such an amazing season. Reporting for HSPN, I'm Emery Perkove.
Congrats again on a fantastic season.
Our next team to recap is volleyball. They finished the season 16-22 and 4th in the region. Here's a recap of the top players and their successes throughout the season.
Hey Hoyas, I'm Kayla Wright with HSPN. This week we are recapping the volleyball team's leaders this season.
Lily Gallegos finishes her career with 3.4 digs per set, 53 serving aces, 0.6 aces per set, 302 total digs, and 410 total receptions. Amelia Payton continues her career with 3.0 kills per set and 242 total kills. KK Ellenbach also continues with 54 total blocks. Sophia Pietro finishes off her career as well with 414 total assists. Great job this season, and we can't wait for next year. The seniors really showed out this year, and we're so proud of how far they've come.
Last but not least, our softball team, who did great this season, ending with being 2nd in the region, and players who did amazing like Samantha Coe with a batting average of .562 and Jaya Bowick with 16 stolen bases. Let's go see Ryan and Alex talk about it.
What a season it's been for the Hoyas, sneaking into the playoffs with an 18-11 overall record. They came 2nd in the region with an 8-4 record, large part due to sophomore Samantha Coe, who led the team with a .562 batting average. Let's give it to her to see her thoughts on dealing with adversity throughout the season.
Well, it was hard because our whole lineup has to produce, you know what I mean? So, if It's great though, because if I don't produce, then someone else does, and if someone else doesn't produce, then I can. Or we always like pick each other up the whole season, and I was really proud of that.
We are proud of our softball team and are excited to see what they are going to do next season with HSPN and Oscar Katrina.
What a cool season the softball team played. We are all so proud.
In addition to the fall sports that are wrapping up, we have one with one more game left to play. Flag football is at a standing of 6-11 and 7th in the region. With the win against Pebblebrook and Paulding County last week, the team looks to carry the momentum into their last game against Sprayberry and its senior night tomorrow night.
Swimming also has their senior night this Saturday at the Love Strong meet, so be sure to come out and support.
Our boys basketball team won last night against Dunwoody 65-55. And our wrestling team placed 7th at the Lassiter Invitational last weekend, where Landon Jones placed 1st in his weight class.
With that, here's Anaya with calendar.
Hey Hoyas, I hope you guys' week's going great. Let's see what games are this week. Today, wrestling competes at Marietta. Tomorrow, flag football has their senior night at home against Sprayberry. On Friday, basketball plays at South Forsyth. And lastly, on Saturday, swim and dive has their senior night meet at the Cobb Aquatic Center. And wrestling has a match at home. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving break. I'm so thankful for all our amazing Hoya sports, and I can't wait to see you guys the week after next. Bye, Hoyas.
That's all for this week, Hoyas.
Be sure to tune in this Friday for an episode of Hoya Vision and again on the first Wednesday after break for another episode of HSPN.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at hspn.sports and have a great Thanksgiving break. Bye, Hoyas!